It is well with my soul. Is it? I don't know anymore. Don't feel well. Okay. So now, that was another important phone call from Yale. My surgeon, who canceled today's appointment, cannot see me now, which this was supposed to be handled emergently, which is why, and emergent should have been weeks ago, but now it's been pushed to the December 16th, today, and now they canceled again, so now I have to be rescheduled. The soonest he can see me is January 8th, and not close. I got to drive far to do it. You're telling me that you can't see me sooner than January 8th. So how emergent is it that I see you? I just told the lady, we laughed. I'm like, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to see you at January 8th. We got alien invasion. We got drones everywhere. We got all kinds. Have you been watching the news? Yes, we are. She's laughing. I'm like, who knows if we're even going to have Christmas this year? I don't think so. I was like, if we do have Christmas, it might be the hottest, brightest Christmas that you've ever had, and everyone's going to go out with a real bang. And she started laughing, and she's like, I get it. I'm like, yeah, so do I. I'm like, okay, January 8th it is, God willing. So, whatever. See, this is what happens. My stuff keeps getting pushed off further and further and further, and they screw me over, and everything just gets pushed off, and my needs get pushed off, and nobody takes me. So now I have no more physical therapy until God knows when, because they just dropped me, because I had to cancel again. Lord Jesus, your will be done. Your will be done. There's no point in, you know what? what can I do? What can I do? Obviously nothing. Physical therapy was a pain in the butt to get to anyway, and it was only hurting me worse anyway, and they weren't listening. So maybe it's a godsend that she's canceling me until the doctor sees me again and rewrites a new script for physical therapy. And if I'm late again, next time they'll drop me again. Wasn't my fault that I've been hospitalized every time I had physical therapy, and that she's been hospitalized every time I had physical therapy. Once a week. They wanted me to do this 3 times a week. Are you kidding me? So I dropped it down 2, and then I said, no, I can only do it once a week. Because I just can't, with all these crazy schedules, get there. For something that's not helping me anyway. This is why I'm supposed to be on disability, and I have every right and legit reason to be on disability. Alright. Even though I got rest last night, my heart's bothering me again. I gotta relax. And I can't relax now, because now Donna's gonna make me a nervous wreck, because there's no telling her. I don't know what she's gonna tell people now when she gets to the hospital. She always blames me for everything. Every time I send her, she gets mad that I send her there, even though I'm told I have to. I'm only doing my job. The doctors and nurses told me I had to send her to the ER. She didn't want to go. Now she's going to get mad and, blame me for everything. And now I'm going to get in trouble for not knowing that she was out of breath, which I kept telling her that something was wrong with her breathing, but she was denying it. I'm fine. Whatever. It's always my fault. That's what I keep hearing. It's always my fault. The vocation director, my fault. The nurses and doctors, my fault. Donna, it's my fault. My stepmother, I had the wonderful chance of speaking with her again. I called her the other day. She waited over 24, almost 48 hours to call me back. When she finally called me back, she woke me up when I finally just fell asleep at 9 o'clock last night. For the first time in over 24 hours, I get woken up to the phone. I didn't want to miss her call because I hardly ever talk to her. Trying to make peace with the woman. And what did she do? Turned it into a fight again. And why? She asked me about, are you going to be seeing the surgeon again? Because it's very important. I'm like, yes. I have an appointment tomorrow. But because I was half asleep and I couldn't remember, I had a bunch of appointments today that I had to cancel. So I knew it was already written down. And I knew that it's on my chart and on my phone and the alarm set and all that stuff. So I'm not worried about the exact time because I know what I'm doing. I know I got to be somewhere, right? God willing, I can do it, because you never know with Donna what's going to happen every day. Now my stepmother will be blaming me and not believe me that Donna had to go to the hospital again, and she's going to just say that I was late for my appointment again when I wasn't. It was canceled. The doctor canceled it. But she won't believe me. She doesn't believe anything I say. It's always devil's advocate. It must have been your fault. You must have pissed the doctor off. Maybe you were late. Maybe that's why he can't. No! He canceled because he's in the OR working on a surgery. So that's why he canceled. But she won't believe anything I say. So anyway, last night, it started off well, but then she just started attacking again, as narcissists do, saying, well, don't be late for your appointment tomorrow. What time's your appointment? I'm like, I'm not going to be late. You're always late. I'm like, no, I'm not always late for all my appointments, and if I am, it's not my fault. It's always your fault. I'm like, okay, lady, you're not even in my life the past 10 years. What are you talking about? You don't need, why do you need to know what my schedule is, my appointments? Don't worry about it. You're going to be late. You're going to miss this appointment. It's a very important appointment. You're telling me that it's emergent, so, why don't you know what time it is then? Tell me what time you have to be there. I'm like, I know what time it is. Would you give me a second to think? You won't let me think. Hold on. Well, you should know if it's so important. It should be on the top of your mind. I'm like, do you have any idea how many appointments I juggle for Donna and I every single day? Not to mention a nurse schedule here. Give me a second to check my notes. Well, if it's so important, obviously it's not important. You're just being overdramatic. If it was really emergent, you would remember the date and time. I know it's around 2 o'clock tomorrow. Maybe 2:30. And I know it's tomorrow, and I know it is important, and it's none of your business, but she goes, okay, whatever, and she ends up hanging up and getting angry. So she turned a perfectly civil, normal, hey, how you doing conversation, I'm just getting back to you, into a berating, I'm a terrible, stupid person, don't even know my own schedule, I'm going to be late, I'm always doing this wrong, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, why are you attacking and berating me over something that has nothing to do with you anyway, and quite frankly is none of your business, and that is not even what I called about. So why are you, what do you want? It's almost like she's just looking for an excuse to hang up and not talk to me or not be nice to me. She really goes out of her way. Like she'll ask questions and find the one thing that she doesn't like or agree with, and then turn it into a war over that. And I'm like, why are we fighting right now over my medical schedule? That has nothing to do with you, and that's quite frankly none of your business. Are you the one that has to bring me there? Did you schedule the appointment? Are you me? Do you have to go? Is it your doctor? Are you the one having surgery? Then why are you screaming at me about this? Why do you always do this? Like every phone call you got to turn into a fight. Why? What is wrong with you? Folks, we have a chance to discuss something here, to learn something else. I love her. I always will. But narcissistic abuse. That's what it is. This is how she's always been to me, and how she always obviously will be. Even though I'm 45 years old, she still treats me the way she did when I was 5, 12, 19, 25. Never going to change. And she keeps saying, you'll never change, so that's why I treat you this way. I've changed leaps and bounds. You haven't even been in my life in almost a decade. What are you talking about? I don't deserve as a 45-year-old man to be treated and talked down to like this. Why are you abusing me? What is wrong with you? It's like they just look for an excuse to be angry and find fault with me for no reason, and turn every single conversation into an argument for no reason. And then she's, see, this is why I don't talk to you. I'll call you back when I feel it. And then they hang up, and I'm like, you called me. I was nice enough to answer the phone when I was sleeping. I could have ignored it. I say, hello, how you doing? Start answering your barrage of questions. Start trying to talk to you about something. And then you decide to make a fight over the fact that I couldn't tell you right away, within seconds, the exact time of my appointment. And you spent the next 5-10 minutes berating me over that and then hanging up. Did you call me to yell at me? I mean, what was that? I just don't understand. And this is how every interaction with my family members are, which is why I don't interact with them anymore. Because it's nothing but evil negativity that I don't need when I'm already tired and down. So guess what? I wasn't able to fall back to sleep for hours after that last night. because it hurt my feelings and it got me all stressed out and I didn't deserve it. And I'm like, why is my stepmother causing a fight over something so stupid and trivial that has nothing to do with her? Like, why couldn't we just have a normal, simple conversation, stepmother to son? Like, that's it. That's all I wanted. But instead, like, and it always ends that way. It starts off, hey, how you doing? Okay, but and it's like, whoa, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong now? You have a job interview? God, you're not going to be able to do that job. Why are you even applying to that job? Why don't you work at McDonald's? Why do I have to work at McDonald's? Why can't I have this job? You can't do that. You're not going to make it. You're going to be late. You're going to lose that job. And I'm like, whoa, slow your roll. I haven't even gotten the interview yet, and you're already telling me I have no right to have that job. I'm not going to get the job. If I do get hired, I'm going to be fired within a week. I'm going to screw up. What is that? That's Satan. That's what the devil will do. He will use people in your home, your family, your life to hurt you, to belittle you, to be narcissistically abusive to you, to break you down. And this is what I get everywhere. And I'm quite frankly, you know what? I don't care. I'm telling you right now, I don't care if I don't have friends or family anymore. Because if you people are going to keep doing this to me, I'd rather be alone. I got Jesus. I don't need any of this. I don't need this. It's just making me really question mankind. You know, I'm really getting fed up with this treatment from everybody. I'm not 5, I'm 45. And I might be a little different or eclectic, but I'm not crazy. And I don't need your approval. So anyway, this is my 3rd video now. Guarantee the phone's going to ring any minute again. So I'm... It has been nonstop stress since I got up this morning, and it looks like it's going to be a very intense day as it is. And then I put on the news and it's even worse, and I'm like, it's one of those days where you just want to go to bed and just not get out of bed at all. But I had to, because I have to take care of Donna and the dog, and I had important appointments, which were all canceled. And here's the thing. They got canceled anyway, because even I would have been there. But then Donna had a problem, so I would have had to cancel them anyway. But then the doctor called and did me a favor and canceled on me before I had a chance to cancel. So that was fine. And then I was going to tell the physical therapist anyway that I tried canceling last week and then earlier this morning because I had this other doctor's appointment at the same time in a different town. Obviously, I can't bilocate, so I couldn't do it. She didn't want to hear that. She didn't care, even though it shows that they double booked. It wasn't my fault. Yale did that. And I tried to tell her, but I couldn't get through to their office, and now it became my fault. I could have given this time to somebody else. I'm like, but I did call several times, and I left you messages, so it's not my fault. Your secretary didn't get it to you. What do you want me to do? This is emergent, and that's why they booked it over your appointment. What's more important, that I see my surgeon or I go to physical therapy? The surgeon trumps physical therapy, right? Yes, but this keeps happening. I'm like, well, it's not my fault that I have emergent issues coming up with my health. I'm sorry that I was in the hospital again. It's my fault. So now she dropped me until the surgeon puts in a new order deeming physical therapy necessary. So now, and then she said, and if he does send you back to us, if you're late one more time, we're going to drop you again. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not my fault. And when I did get there a couple times, by the way, they've canceled on me multiple times, and that's okay. Screw up my whole schedule. When they cancel, it's okay. Last minute. Don't come. Are you on your way? Don't come. We have to cancel. That's okay. But if the patient does it, there's all hell to pay. Whatever. I'm done with them all. I don't want this surgery. Now I have to wait until January 8th unless they cancel and push it off again. This is what they did to me last December. For the surgery. They kept pushing it off until I complained and ended up in the ER, and then the ER doctor said, it's emergent, he needs a surgery now. It says that he's been trying to get the surgery booked for 6 months. Why have you waited? This was supposed to, it says here that you guys had the surgery started, it was supposed to be scheduled in January. Now it's February, and it's still not done. What is going on here? It wasn't until the physical therapy team said, wait a minute, why are you here for physical therapy? You haven't even had the surgery yet. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to say. Well, so she gave him a strongly worded email, and then they jumped on it and said, and had a surgery immediately. But of course, they had to do it on Easter. Oh, of course. And I said, no, I don't want to do it on Easter. Like, I know, well, that's the only time we can get it done. I'm like, that's not fair. This is a very important holiday for me. You know, I'm Christian. Well, I'm sorry, but, you know, it's now or who knows when we can do it. And I'm like, so I did Easter. And then I ended up in the hospital for months. So, guys, it's like demonic warfare, spiritual warfare. This is like crazy. It's nonstop here. And I don't stop preaching. And every time, like I said, the devil throws lemons or throws wrenches into it, it gives me something else to preach upon. So what you're seeing is that this is the life of a real Catholic layperson who's really pressing in to try to be a saint, who's really trying to get this right. And I tell you, it's not going to be all roses. This is what happens. You're going to have persecution from everybody, family, friends. You're going to have, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff, demonic attacks, hauntings, appointment problems, financial problems, health problems. I mean, this is what happens. Well, I don't want to be a Christian then. Well, guess what? It's this or you're going to hell, period. You know, if you don't pray at all, then you're not going to get to heaven. The saints will tell you that. Padre Pio said that. If you don't pray, you're definitely not going to heaven. So you better pray. And if you don't go to church and all that, you're not getting in. So there's no excuse regardless. Like yes, it's going to be hard. It's called a battle. You see what I'm going through? Like, I have to still keep God first, still try to be a Christian, still do what God expects of me through all these tests, trials, and tribulations. I have to. No matter what's going on, I still have to remain, thank you, stay the course. Stay the course. Stay the course. I have to stay the course. Period. So, of course, the evil one's going to make this very hard for me to stay the course, to try to discourage me, wear me out, break me down, make me give up, make me shut up. That's what this is. And he uses weak vessels like Donna, who already have health issues and mental problems and whatever, are not so strong in the faith, not so obedient to the Lord, to cause these issues for me. My prayer is this. I pray to God, and I hope that you'll stand in agreement with me out there. I pray for supernatural healing so I do not need another spinal surgery. I have a lot of health issues. Heart, everything's going. I need healing so I can continue the battle, and so I can so I can get a job and support myself. But it's hard for me to work and deal with Donna, and especially if the devil's constantly using her to make me late all the time and lose job after job. I need money coming in. My account is about to bounce, if it hasn't already. Donna's account is bouncing. We don't have any hope until the first of the month when more money comes in from our Social Security. I can't wait till the first of the month to have my bills paid. She didn't give me the money this time because she ran out early, and because of her daughter and all these other things, unexpected things. And now, who's going to pay my bills to $300 to get me through the rest of this year? I could lose everything, my car, insurance, everything, if I don't have at least $300 right away. Before the 23rd. And then there's her, all the checks, the rent and everything might bounce. God help us. Please, Jesus, help. But what I need, if Jesus said, besides healing, Steve, besides becoming a priest, Steve, what would you have me do for you? Lord, my answer is this, that I have financial stability and like a good job, whatever, or let me get on disability finally so I have some financial stability. And I need a home of my own. If you insist on me living here with this woman, one of us is going to die. Like, I'm going to die first. Like, I can't keep going like this. No days off ever. No break. No mental break. It's destroying my soul and my prayer time. And it's destroying my health. I need a vacation. I need a home of my own. Every man my age should be able to afford and have his own place. I know that I live with her and stuff, but I can't get out. Now, if I won the lottery tomorrow, I would need to literally win millions. Millions. Not because I want money, but because I owe the state probably millions of dollars, or at least $1 million already, in pharmaceuticals, doctor's appointments, physical therapy, surgery after surgery after surgery. And by the way, this is infected again, and I really don't even want to go back to the ER right now, because they're going to admit me to the hospital if I do, because a big thing of pus just came out of this again, and they were worried about that. And I'm almost done with my treatment of antibiotics, and this thing is still hanging in here in my jugular. It can kill me. It's probably why I'm having heart issues again, because this is probably, the infection's probably getting into my mitral valve prolapse again. Son of a gun. But I can't go to the hospital while Dawn is here, because I need to take care of her. So now she's in the hospital, but who knows? I might be called to pick her up tonight. She might have to come home tomorrow, or she might be admitted. I don't know. I also have to worry that they're going to put her in a home or something. And if they do, she'll be forced to go on Title 19, and then I will lose my home. And I'll end up in the street. So, Lord, I need a home of my own. It could, either a mobile home, which I'd prefer not to be in one of these parks any longer. They're very expensive for what you get. For what we pay here a month, I could have a decent mortgage. We pay almost $2,000 a month to live in this park, all said and done, because of the bills, the heating, everything that goes into living in this drafty trailer. They stick it to you. The rent, the insurance, the electric bill, and they're going to go up next year. They said 40% more on the electric. Who can afford that? We're already using candlelight at night. I'm not kidding you. Candlelight for heat and lighting to try to keep this $200 and something electric bill down. Oh my gosh. These communists are killing us here. I can't just abandon the woman, and I have nowhere to go. And I have no credit and no money at all. And I have no money in my account. My health is bad. Where am I going to go? It's this or death on the street. So I have to stay and be grateful, and I am. But I can't possibly take care of this full-time job woman and work. And I can't work right now if I wanted to with all my health issues. So I'm triple screwed here. And I'm trying. So far, we've been getting by. But Donna's had to reluctantly, and this is why reluctantly, she doesn't have enough money to be helping me. She already gives me free room and board, but you know what? I'm saving her money, because she would have to pay someone $30, $40 an hour to do what I do, and she doesn't have to do that with me. So, and she already had an extra bedroom she wasn't using anyway. It was full of junk. Okay, so this house was falling apart. The toilet was falling through the floor. It cost me $4,000 to fix this bathroom, remodel it twice. The stairs were rotted. I had to have that done. Her car, I put at least $2-3 into fixing her car for her until we finally had to take it from her and junk it. Okay, I refurbished the entire place. I painted. I put a lot of money into this place. So she put me on the deed so that it's 50-50, so that if she dies, the place goes to me, because she doesn't want me to end up on the street or lose all the money I've invested after this. It's the least she can do. And that's true, and rightfully so. But now the state is saying that if she has to liquidate or go on Title 19, I will lose the house. They'll take this from me to pay for her housing or whatever. So she'll have an apartment somewhere, round-the-clock care. I, sick or not, well, after all I've done for her, doesn't matter, will be the one on the street. How do you like that? Is that fair and just? No. So I pray for a Christmas miracle of healing so that I can work. So that I can at least survive, God forbid I'm stuck on the street. So that I can, I don't know what I'm going to do. In this place, without credit and without money, first and last month's rent and all that. And if I win the lottery, it's got to be millions, because the state will freeze it and they'll take everything they think I owe them over the years for surgeries and everything before they let me have my share. So they'll take half or if not all, for themselves like they have in the past. And then I still got to pay serious taxes. So by like say I win $1 million and I don't owe the state anything, after they take taxes out, I'll be lucky if I end up with $480,000 after taxes. So after they take the taxes out and the state takes theirs, I will be left with nothing. So it doesn't profit me at all to come into any kind of money, unless it's so much money that I can more than pay off the state and the taxes and still have enough to be able to buy myself a new car, because mine is about to go, and to buy myself a home of my own, or at least be able to pay rent or a condo or something. Do you see how impossible this is without a miracle from heaven? I literally need millions at this point. And if I need surgery, God help me if I have to go through another surgery. Because there's no way they're going to give me any more family medical leave or any of that assistance anymore. Which is why I keep telling the state, please approve my disability. Because I need it. Because I may have another surgery and I need money coming in to survive. Come on. Alright, I'm done. Now you know my situation again, and what's the point of just telling everybody? I tell everybody in the world, for what? Instead of you people saying, oh, now I better understand Steve's conundrum, now I respect him more, now I can pray for him more, or maybe I can help him. No, you know what I get? Shame on you for throwing your dirty laundry out on the street publicly, Steve. Who does that? You must have mental problems. No, I'm desperate. I'm desperate at this point. And I don't like having to tell everybody my business. But as Christians, we can't lie. Why not? Why shouldn't I? I'm not going to refrain from telling you the truth just because I'm afraid of people's opinions of me. Okay? Who cares what you people say or think about me? Why don't you put your money where your mouth is and help me? Huh? Why don't you help me? Instead of judging. Why don't you pray for me? Have masses and rosaries said for me. That would help. Instead of looking down your nose at me and judging and say, oh, he just wants free handouts. Boo-hoo, we're all in the same boat. Go cry me a river. I've heard it all. Which is why I don't normally tell people my personal problems. Because they don't care, first of all. They just don't care. Or maybe they're not in a position to help, which I beg to differ, because you can always say a rosary for someone or have mass said for someone. There's things you can do that doesn't require money. All right? Maybe some of you own businesses. You can hire me, knowing that knowing my situation, so that this way if I'm late to work, you don't fire me. Or you know I have serious disabilities, so you can work around that. Or you know I have a lot of doctor's appointments every week, so you can hire me knowing that I need to be able to get to those and still be able to go to work. This is why I can't get a job, because nobody wants to hire me with all these health issues, all these surgeries, all of these constant doctor's appointments and physical therapy, all these emergencies with Donna, which is becoming a weekly thing now. I can't blame them. They'll never know when I'm going to be at work and what time, or if I'm going to have to call out again. It's unstable. I get it. But I still got to work. I need money. Oh, well, sorry. Sucks to be you. Yeah, it does. So now I appeal to the church. Can you please, my brothers and sisters, can you help in any way you can? I have some people helping me with my websites and this and that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Because you see that I can't do it myself for so many reasons. So I am grateful. Those of you who might, instead of donating to ASPCA or to feed the children in Africa, how about you help a Christian brother in America? Huh? Who spends countless hours a day, week, trying to preach Christ to the world, who doesn't want to hear it, and tries to take care of his neighbor, his elderly neighbor who's very sick, okay, while himself battling tremendous health issues and financial problems and family problems, everything else under the sun, and yet he still is a Christian first. He still tries. He still doesn't give up. Even if he has to not sleep for 3 days, he still does it. I'm not saying, hey, give myself a pat on the back, oh, who's better than me? No. Glory be to God, he gives me the grace to get through, but it's not easy or pleasant. And I do know that most of you would not do this, nor would you be in this situation, and I don't think you could handle it, honestly, the truth be told. So, count your blessings that your cross is not mine. At the same time, the Bible says we should be there to help each other, to build each other up, to edify, to pray for one another, to feed each other if we need to clothe each other, to shelter each other, whatever. Oh, those are the works part, the fruits that I keep telling you most of you don't do. And I know you don't, because even when I've reached out to many of you in my own parish community, nothing. But I have to sit in the pews with you several times a week. Wow. You know me and Donna. You know what we're going through here. No one has asked, do you need help, money, groceries, anything? No. One person, I'm going to leave his name out of it. One person has been very good to me over the past months, but he's pulled away himself lately. He's got his hands full. But other than that, he was there for me when it really mattered when I was stuck in the hospital. So praise God for him. I'm eternally grateful. But other than that, very, very few over this whole year, over my life, have really done much. And nor have I really ever asked. I shouldn't have to, because if you watch my videos and you know me and you talk to me at church, you already know what I'm going through. So you already know. So if you want to help, you know what to do, and you know I need it. But you don't. And then I find that I start asking, and I get shamed for it. Shame on you for asking. Haven't you any dignity? Telling everybody your problems. You're not the only one. Why should we help you? Everybody. If I help you, I gotta help everybody. Everybody's got problems. Get a job. I already told you why I can't. I'm trying. Please don't get me started. I get judged for my videos. I get judged for my faith. I get judged for my supernatural experiences. You shouldn't tell everybody. You should tell everybody. I can't win. I can't please everybody. I get judged no matter what I do. Then I get a falsely accused whenever something goes wrong around here. It's always Steve's fault. I'm tired of getting kicked in the teeth day in and day out, 24/7, even from priests, parishioners, vocation directors, my own family, Donna, the nurses, everybody, doctors, my physical therapist now. Something's not right here. Either God has cursed me himself and he's very upset with me, and that's why everything I put my hand to seems to be turned into garbage, or it's not God, it's the devil working overtime to cause trouble for me. Either way, it stinks. It stinks. And it's not easy. And do I get an A for effort? For not giving up after all of this? No. Do I ask for one? No. Do I expect one? Certainly not. No, for me, it's got to be just business as usual. This is the day in the life of Steve Dinello. And you know what I do to counteract this? Instead of complaining about it and letting it destroy me, I usually just I use this to make a video on. I use it to teach on as examples. I use it to try to encourage others who may be going through these things not to give up and that you're not alone. I try to make lemonade out of all the stupid lemons that I keep getting thrown at me by life. But eventually, there's only so much lemonade you can store or make, you know what I mean? So, that's it. I've vented enough. I've got a lot to attend to right now. This house is a disaster because of everything that took place today. Why is this door open? Okay. Anyway, so I gotta go. I'm not feeling well. I still got phone calls to make. I got paperwork to fill out still. I'm waiting to hear back from the hospital regarding Donna now and what we're gonna do and if she's okay. I'm more concerned, more worry. Of course I have to worry about the woman. I love her. She's like my mother. I'm responsible for her. So of course I'm concerned. It's not good that she had to be admitted and it looks like she might have had another stroke all of a sudden or something. So please pray for her. Pray for me. Please. And like I said, if Jesus asked me what I want for Christmas this year, I really hate asking for material things. But since we're hypothetically speaking here, I want a new truck, because I need one for many reasons, and I want a home of my own, paid off. Yes, that's what I would like. And I would definitely like total healing of my flesh, my body, so that I can work and work more and pray harder and do more. Okay, I'm hanging in there. I'm fighting the good fight, as hard as it is for me, but I can do a heck of a lot more if my health was restored. And if you ask me, well, you can only have one, restored health or money or a home or a car, which would you like? Of course, my health. Actually, I want to make sure I'm going to heaven. I want to make sure my sins are forgiven and that I'm holy and I have a new, clean, pure heart so that I can go to heaven and see God. That's my first thing. Second, I want healing so I can work harder and do more for people and for the Lord. Third, I'd like a home of my own and the money to afford it. Okay? I don't think I'm asking for much. I'm asking for basic human needs. I'm not asking to be rich and famous. I'm not looking for a palace or a Ferrari. I'm asking for a new car that runs so I don't have to keep dumping money into it, because this one's about to end up in a dump. And I need it to get Donna and I places and to get to work. And so I do need shelter, and I'm tired of living here, always waiting for the other shoe to drop, knowing that I can't sleep at night, knowing that if something happens to Donna, that I might lose this home and I'll be on the street. After all the years of committed service to her and money I've dumped into it and time I've invested into her and her daughter just to end up on the street. They'll be okay, but after all I've done, thanks, here's the golden handshake. Good luck. Thanks for all your service. Bye. You're no longer needed. And that's what happens to people like me in these situations. And there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm praying for a miracle so that I do have an option. I will still take care of Donna and keep her in her home, even if I have my own home. I promise. But it would be nice to know that I have a home that nobody can take from me, so that when she does have to go into a home or whatever happens, I know that I can sleep at night and that I have a place to go, to escape, to relax, to pray, to have some stability. So I can sleep at night knowing that at least I have stability, that I have my own home, that I have peace, that I have enough money and a home to survive. That's all I'm asking for. Well, you're asking a lot, because God's the only one that can do that. Yeah, He's the only one. Unless you're a rich millionaire, and I actually know millionaires out there who don't mind dropping $4 or $5 million on another mansion that they don't need when they've already got 5. But they won't help a Christian friend, longtime friend or neighbor who's really in trouble, who really deserves and needs the help. No, but they'll go spend $50,000 or more a year to get them and their family to another golf club for the week, for the summer, or go on a lavish vacation around the world, or buy another mansion, a bigger one that they don't need, or a brand new sports car. That's why Jesus said it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a sewing needle than for a rich man to ever enter the kingdom of heaven. Because rich people are some of the stingiest people in the world, and they have the ability to help millions of people, but they won't. It's not that they can't, it's that they won't. And what God's going to judge is He's going to say, you had the ability and you didn't. You have been given much, so therefore much more was expected of you. And if you read my word, you would have known that. And instead, you were given much and you did less. You were given a better chances in life than the average human being, and you didn't do anything but selfishly squander it and live for you and your family. That was it. Whoa. And you know people, you're friends with people, you're family with people like Steve, who's really trying for me and my kingdom and to survive, and has health issues and finance. He is deserving of help. And you said, oh well, can't give you nothing, otherwise I'd have to do it for everybody. Sorry, good luck. I'd love to see how you're going to explain that to Jesus on your judgment day. But, hey, your funeral. But like I said, I'm not trying to be a narcissist guilt tripper here. I'm just saying the truth. There are plenty of people. And what really stinks about all this is that if I were Donald Trump, if I had trillions of dollars, I would be helping so many people. I already give my last dime to help people and all my time and energy and health to help people. How much more I can do if given the opportunity. But I'm never given the opportunity, and I'm always stuck treading water, fighting every day to keep my head above water myself. That's like the blind leading the blind. How can I possibly help anybody else if I can't help myself? I'm always drowning every day myself. And somebody's always pushing me under, and I got to keep trying to get back up and gasp for air as they're pushing me under again. And so I can't. I was once a lifeguard. Now I need a lifeguard. You see what I'm saying? Folks, I'm doing the best I can here. I don't even send money. I don't care anymore. That's not why I need it, but I'm not asking. I don't know. I do know that prayer is more powerful. Masses, rosaries are more powerful. Offering up your sufferings for me and Donna are more powerful than money. So please, before you send an envelope of money, please send prayers. Please send masses. Have masses said for me. That's what I'm asking for. That's what I need, folks. More than ever. And if you people were all doing that, I wouldn't be in this situation right now. I guarantee it. But now you know. You're looking for someone to bless on Christmas? I'm right here. And it's not just me you're blessing. I got an elderly 78-year-old very sick woman that needs help in prayers too. Probably more than I do. So can you at least help her? Can you at least pray for her and offer masses for her? Please? Please? Am I asking too much here? Especially to my Christian brothers and sisters. I don't think so. In fact, I know I'm not. God bless.